Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Zath's Replay Theater, and in this one we have a rank 5 bracket game. That's interesting. And we have Mr. Spartan 382 that sent in this replay, and this is the Amagi. Alright.
Battle starts.
One of my I don't know, I have a love-hate relationship with the Amagi. I really enjoyed her, especially in what is it, season 2 of ranked battles, I think, if I'm right. I played a lot of Amagi. I actually went bankrupt because I didn't have premium time, so I was unable to continue to play Amagi, and I was forced to play Turpits. And so I don't know, I've had a kind of a special place in my heart for Amagi ever since. She's a lot of fun, but I know some people don't like her, and some people would argue that she's been power crept out of the meta, but, you know, whatever. So anyway, Spartan is playing in the Amagi. Let's talk about the Amagi. What's so cool about it? Well, you've got 2 double turrets in the front, and all the business is in the back. You've got 3 turrets back here. Look at that. Baby. So these are 16-inch guns, lot of secondaries, a couple of HE firing secondaries as well, which is kind of nice, as well as AP firing secondaries. So the Amagi, with the secondary build, hilariously enough, can just whittle down destroyers, which is kind of fun. The other things that's good about it, look at this bulge, right? Look at her bulge. She's got a really good torpedo defense system. So if you take torpedoes and the side, it reduces the damage those torpedoes make, and it's a really nice system to have. That being said, personally, I don't like taking torpedoes at all, but, you know, if you have to, I'd rather take it in Amagi or maybe in Alabama than anything else. The armor scheme is pretty good. It's got a nice turtleback, so you can do some good brawling. You have to be careful, though, because from a middle range of, say, 15 kilometers or so, it can be citadeled somewhat easily, if it's giving a broadside. Let's talk, and it's pretty fast and decently maneuverable too. So let's talk about some negatives, some of the things that are problematic with the ship. One of the biggest negatives of the ship is that the armor itself is 32 millimeters all around. And what that means is that IFHE cruisers like Kutuzov, Chapayev, you know, the 155, Mogami, that kind of stuff, they can penetrate the bow, they can penetrate the deck, they can penetrate the stern, they can penetrate everything on the ship except for the turrets. And the conning tower, which is somewhere over here. There. So, I mean, you know, you can... Amagi will just soak up damage and just kind of melt away. It feels very much like maybe like a Monarch or something. So that's one weakness. The other big weakness is the guns. Even though you've got 10 of them, you've got a 1.8, if I remember correct, Sigma. And so what that means is that they're not as accurate as its main competitor, the North Carolina, with the 2.0 Sigma. So if you actually have a really good aim, North Carolina suits you better. However, if you've got kind of aim, or you know, you're not really good at anticipating what ships are going to do to try to dodge, having that 1.8 Sigma actually benefits you, because you have a better chance of a shell through dispersion hitting the target, citadeling, and doing damage and stuff like that. And you're like, I meant to do that. So those are the main negatives about the Amagi. Some might say that you don't have the torpedoes like the Turpits or the Key has, but I don't know that matters as much. The secondaries don't reach out as far as the Bismarck or Turpits, but again, I don't know that matters as much. So let's talk about flags. We've got Juliet Charlie for anti-det, which is good. Speed flag to help with maneuverability is good. Repair party booster, which is nice. Interestingly enough, we see I believe that's the ramming flag. Let's double check. Nope. That is not that's the fire reduction flag. I should have recognized that right away. So he's looking for less fire reduction. These two are your mainstays on any battleship, right? We've got Dragon flag for additional Commander XP, and then we've got Zulu flag for credits. Now, one comment I will make is if you're going to stack, you know, and you're going to stack free XP, Commander XP, Commander XP and credit flags together, you might want to use a special camo. A camo that benefits Commander XP as well as base XP would be a good idea. So like the sci-fi camo, or you know, those kinds of ones would be a good idea. Just something to think about. Oh, you've got the Corgi flag. That's cool. But yeah, otherwise, you know, it is what it is. You got premium consumables. That's good stuff. This Amagi does not have det flags. Sadness. Tirpitz does not have det flags. Double sadness. Let's take a look at your destroyers. You've got a Benson and another Benson. Hopefully this is a B-hull Benson, is it? Yes, it is. And det flags. Good. 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 No det flags on this Benson. That's unfortunate. It is a B-hull at least, but we have another detonation risk. Edinburgh. Edinburgh. Let's see, what do you got? No det flags. Another det risk. Don't like seeing that. And Roll Tide, Mr. Bama. And guess what? No det flags either. So let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ships on your team without det flags. I don't know that I like seeing that. But oh well. So people are talking about going to C cap so they can get the cap. Makes sense. Benson saying I'm heading middle. Okay. He's MIA. MIA, pretty good clan, especially with destroyers. So you know, if I see MIA, I'm, you know, probably thinking he knows what he's doing. The biggest question I would ask is, Edinburgh, are you radar or smoke? You need to know that, and I would be asking him if nobody else is. You got to find that out quickly. You need to know what you have available. They have 4 Mano in a Chapayev radar cruiser, Bismarck, North Carolina, Amagi. So battleships are very similar. Benson Loyang, also very similar. Edge goes to Loyang because of the hydro, but you know, your Bensons are going to have better torpedo damage and better gun damage. Now, this map is tough. AB, you know, is very enticing to a lot of destroyers, especially. But if you go AB, you're kind of trapped. You're stuck, especially the radar cruiser and a Loyang. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So I do like the fact that both of the destroyers went for C instead. That being said, you're detected, and now you're being focused. You got to be careful here. You got to be very, very careful. I'm not sure I understand why you're looking that way, because by looking that way, okay, so you are going to change. That's actually kind of good, because there's 4 battleships. You want to create crossfires. These 3 battleships, at least, are all sticking together, and that's not a good. Oh no. That's not good for battleships to do that. Now, Edinburgh just got detected, and this is why it's so important to know, are you radar Edinburgh or are you smoke Edinburgh? He's not doing smoke, so you would assume that he's radar, but I don't know. I would, if I were you, I'd put the plane up. Yep, there's the torps. I'd put the plane up because you want to detect torps. You got an Amagi that's doing the same thing you're doing. Elusive man, he's going around. So you got to be ready for that. And now you're putting yourself in a lot of risk here. I don't know that I like this, to be honest. You've got smoke over here, so you know that there's a destroyer. Loyang over there. We're gonna go take a look at what's gonna happen over there, because that is gonna be an important battle, assuming the Edinburgh actually gets his guns in range, and assuming the Amagi doesn't roast him. And there it is. You just took maybe a Citadel, at the very least a high damage hit, as you try to turn away and kind of run a little bit. And that's what I mean. You're getting focused. Now, Loyang is in a position to smoke up, and he's going to hydro and detect the Edinburgh. If the Edinburgh is using radar or hydro, though, the Edinburgh is going to be able to detect the Loyang. So this Loyang is doing really stupid things. But what the heck? Edinburgh hits the rocks and saves his life by hitting the rocks. That's hilarious. That's hilarious, because I have a strong feeling that was not intended. Oh, man. And here's where, see, the Lo Yang, a lot of Lo Yang players think that they're invincible. I would be F3ing this Lo Yang, man. I'd be telling the team, you gotta shoot this Lo Yang. Anyway, you're back, you're no longer spotted, you're coming around. Edinburgh is ramming again the island. What is he thinking? He baited out the torps again, so I guess he's thinking good things. Wow. And look at that. You're able, your Edinburgh is keeping these guys detected. Benson is really doing ballsy things. I don't like it. I really don't like it. Yeah. This is just dumb. He's gonna die. That Benson's gone. Why would you do that? Oh, man. Yep. Bad, bad, bad. Alright, meanwhile, Edinburgh has decided to run away? Come on! Oh my god, Edinburgh should be going into sea right now. I don't get why he's running. That's just dumb. If he went through the channel... Now, okay. He puts himself in a severe threat from these 3 battleships, but he stops the cap, and more importantly, he's going to nail one, if not both, of the destroyers. And that's really, really important. There's the, both the destroyers, spotted by the other Benson now. These 2 have to die. There we go. There's one. And look at you. Nicely done. Surprise! They had no idea you were even there. Now turn left hard because that Amagi's got a flank shot on you. You're reacting a little slow to this. And you're going to beach because of that. That's very dangerous, but fortunately you don't have to worry about torpedoes anymore. And because of the island location, you don't have to worry about these battleships either. You only have this guy to worry about. Now you're keeping this Amagi in front of you, pointed at the bow, makes sense. And now you're able to hit broadside. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. You're able to hit the broadside Amagi, but oh no. Yeah, I think I would have stayed where you were when you were about to beach and actually backed into the cap, because then you're able to do your kite thing. You're gonna have to risk a turn right now. Yep, you're risking the turn. Makes sense. And you're about to take a big hit right now. Here it comes. Nope. Alright, you made it. You got through this. Now you've got DCP available. I'd use the DCP. Or, not DCP, sorry, repair party. There you go. Now you've lost the Amagi that was sitting there. I'm not surprised because those 2 Amagis were just pounding him. Still haven't seen the Chapayev yet. The Chapayev is being very smart, probably sitting right back here. We're going to leave you for a minute, and we're going to go take a look at what's going on this other flank. The Tirpitz is YOLO charging the North Carolina. Bama is behind trying to help support against the Amagi. Part of the reason why we're going over here, guys, is because I know what you're going to do. You're just going to kind of kite away and do damage as you can. So honestly, the big story is going to be what happens over here. Is the Tirpitz going to be able to take the Amagi off the board? I don't think so. He's doing a, yeah, see, look at all the damage he just took. And the Bama's not able to support him. So that was just a really, really dumb play by that Tirpitz there. So now the Alabama is kind of stuck. He's in a difficult position, but he's hitting the North Carolina. So if I'm the Alabama, I'm gonna nuzzle up to this island right here, and I'm gonna shoot the North Carolina. Oh, you've made a full turn. Okay. Yeah, I think you're probably recognizing the fact that maybe you need to be a little aggressive, trade some HP, so that the Edinburgh is living, and the, yeah, because, I mean, the Bama over there, it's not looking good. And I agree, you don't need to push. So what you're doing is basically, you're just trying to give the Amagi something to shoot at other than your Edinburgh or your Benson. And that's kind of smart. You can tank, you can take the damage and hits. Now, if I'm the Benson, I'm putting myself over here. Because as the Benson, you want to prevent that push from the Amagi. And we're going to go back over to this side anyway to see what's going on with the Bama. North Carolina's healed up and is probably expecting the Bama to shoot at the Amagi. If I'm the Alabama, I would be shooting at the North Carolina still, and I'd probably ram the frickin' Amagi. See, by being all the way over here, the Benson is really out of position. If he's in the center, he can prevent any push with his torpedoes. He's not doing that. He's going back in now, but he's a little late for that. Chapayev just got spotted. Chapayev needs to be shot at. Bama's going down. This is unfortunate. This is what we call the throw maneuver. And we have all the caps, but we're not able to really... we see a lot of ships just die. And, you know, ranked brings out the worst in players. It brings out the worst in me sometimes, too. And you can see what's happening in chat right now. You know, it's easy to rage, especially at this rank. I mean, look, all these players are ranked 4 or 5. Ranked is coming close to an end. If these guys have a glimmer of hope of ranking out, they have to do it quick. And that's going to be tough. Especially if this Edinburgh gets himself focused and killed. We might see him doing another throw maneuver here. And like I said, Benson, really out of position. Benson should have been in a position to prevent the push with torps. Oh, he almost torped his Edinburgh. Edinburgh's getting dead. Yep, there, we saw that. There's that wonderful throw maneuver. So we never saw smoke, so I guess that he's radar. This is where, honestly, the Benson should have offered smoke to the Edinburgh, but I think what he's thinking is, that he needs to play for his star right now, which is just, it's terrible. He's already given up. I don't like to see that. I never like to see when you give up in the game. And here's a piece of ranked advice for you. If you're gonna play to save your star, then pick a ship to play that will save your star. Amagis are good for that. Anything that's off on the flank's good for that. A Tago, you know, Kiev can even be good for that sometimes. So, you know, that's what you want to play. Yeah, then just, you know, do your thing. This is really tough for you, man. You're gonna see a lot. You're angling to you want to get shots on this Bismarck, and I understand that, but you're also showing an awful lot of broadside. Oh, look at this Chapayev. This Chapayev wants to feed you. What a nice guy. Chapayev is going to give you a star. Now, if I were you, I'd slow down right now. And the reason I'd slow down is because I want him to think he can get a torp shot on you. And... oh! 30k. Repair party. There you go. Damage control. There you go. Pop your plane. You might as well pop your plane. You're about to die. Problem solved, sir. Ship's on fire! Because, you know, yep, see? Called it. Now, don't fire all your shells. Fire one at a time. There you go. Good. Nice. Now you can save your shells and try to hit somebody else, but you have to do it fast. Because you are burning. Nope, too late. And just like that, the enemy team has all 3 caps. Whew. That's unfortunate. A lot of bad positioning. Your positioning was okay, but, you know, I think, honestly, I think trying to communicate with the team more early would help. Use the F keys, control click the map, do things to communicate with your team, even if it's not typing. Because it's just, I don't know. And this is frustrating, right? You guys had the lead, you guys had all 3 caps, you had a ship advantage, and it all just got thrown away. And the problem is, it got thrown away while you, Edinburgh, and Benson were all over here, basically doing nothing but killing that one Amagi. And the other group just did dumb things and got surrounded and focused. So I would say that's just kind of, you know, that's ranked for you. I appreciate the fact that you actually sent in a loss, because I see so many wins. Most people like to send in wins, so I do appreciate that you sent in a loss here. I wish it would have been a better loss, but maybe you saved your star with that almost near kill of the Drabayev. Well, you killed him anyway, but I don't know. And you know, yeah, and those other battleships, they did big mistakes, and that's the reason why you guys lost. So it is what it is. You also lost an early Amagi too. This guy's talking about him, sitting right there. I don't know what he was thinking sitting in there, but it is what it is. So I don't know what else to say. I really don't. And this is what you see towards the end of ranked. You see a lot of players that just come in. Unfortunately, you don't know if they got there on their accord or if they got carried, so to speak. It doesn't seem like they've learned a lot of how to do some of the things that they needed to do. Yeah. I don't know, man. Hard pill to swallow. But it's ranked. When it's ranked, you gotta pick yourself back up. You gotta hit that damn battle button, and you have to say you are not. You refuse to lose. That's a big part of ranked. Big part of ranked. I'm a good player, and I'll tell you what, playing 130, 140, 160, 170 games, even 200 and something games, it wears on you. It's hard, but you have to be willing to hit that battle button. You have to be willing to say you're going to try again. That's just hard to do. So, there it is. Alright, well, once again, thanks for sending in the replay. Good luck. Best of luck to you in the rest of your battles. Take care, man. Bye.